Hello, vinyl community. Well, this is Vinyl Finds number 40. Wow. That's like some kind of... I just can't believe it. Considering I've been collecting vinyl since... I think May of this year? 2013? That's a lot of vinyl finds. Oh man, I'm an addict. Anyway, this is gonna be a long video, okay? So let's get down to it. First of all, I'm trying a new thing with the background music. In fact, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Rather than risking copyright infringement on oh yeah. Anyway, rather than risking copyright infringement on YouTube with some popular new album or a classic that has mega corporation control over it, I decided I would go to Bandcamp. I'm on there right now, and just, you know, find a good random... It's actually a little loud now. Find a good random album that kind of interests me. So what we're listening to right now is a self-titled album by Batsumi, and yeah, it's obviously world music. So this will be a nice little background for us. All right, so let's get to it. So yeah, so their Bandcamp, I guess I'll have to put a link in the notes about this video, but it's matsulimusic.bandcamp.com, and then the album is Batsumi. I'm liking it. Cool. And it's available for $21 on clear vinyl. Wow, that's tempting. In addition, interesting. It says it's an edition of 75. Interesting. Anyway, all right, so let's get down to it. I hadn't intended to make this a big Vinyl Finds event. I was gonna come into my Vinyl Finds 40 with just a few finds, which I actually got at my first stop, which was the Goodwill over in my old neck of the woods. I had been there recently, so I didn't expect to find anything, but I found a few good things. So let's get to it here. We have Peter, Paul, and Mary, album 1700, which obviously is not true, but yeah. So it's kind of in bad shape. But it's my first Peter, Paul, and Mary album, and the vinyl itself is really good condition. So that's a must, really. Gotta make some room because I got some records today. I got some records. All right. The second one I picked up at Goodwill. Smokey Robinson. This is my second Smokey Robinson album. Being With You, and this is from when is this from? It totally looks 80s to me, but it could be late 70s. I think it's late 70s actually. Nope, 81. I should have stuck with my original instinct. So Smokey Robinson, Being With You. I guess I'm kind of like delving into R&B and soul, so the classics. That's what it's all about. So yeah, nice to pick up another Smokey Robinson, and this one I'm pretty excited about. I don't know how it rates amongst Temptations albums, but it's the Temptations, and you can see there the album is 1990. Which, considering this is from 1973, that was very futuristic. it has this interesting. I'm not sure what. Oh, there we go. Pulls out like that. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Again, the vinyl's in great condition. Actually, even the sleeve is in pretty good condition. It is a cutout though, but that's fine. I don't care. Excellent. Temptations. All right. So those were my 3 finds at Goodwill. All right. Then I was a bad boy. And I went to one of the record stores here in Riverside and picked up, I believe, about 26 records. And these are from the dollar bins, so I shouldn't feel too guilty. That one, well, I guess, the order doesn't really matter. There's a really good mix in here, actually. Yeah. So let's get to it. We're 6.5 minutes in. This I'm very interested in is Ted Neely, 1974 AD, and we'll just assume it's actually from 1974, which it probably is. I don't know if you know, but Ted Neely played Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar, a fantastic musical, and I have the privilege of saying that I saw him in the revival of it. He performed. He was in the movie, and I'm liking this music. Oh man. Anyway, he was in the movie Jesus Christ Superstar. I highly recommend it. It's a rockin' album, and it's so good. And yeah, you don't have to be a Christian to like it either. I mean, I'm a Christian, but it's good music. It is such good music. Oh, even if you don't listen to the words, just listen to the singing and the music itself. It's so good. So I was very curious to pick this up. I won't get into that again. Don't worry. Yeah, I love his voice. When we did hear him a few years ago, performing in Jesus Christ Superstar here in Riverside, his voice had, he's older now, and it had deteriorated a little bit, but he still sounds amazing. I mean, he blows me out of the water. I mean, I don't consider myself a singer in any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, Ted Neely, 1974 AD. This one's interesting because it's sealed. It's Rogue State. And it says Emic versus Etic. Yeah. It looks like it could be, something kind of something on the heavy side, let's just say that. And a tiny little sticker, which you can't even read, says LP plus CD. So there's an LP and a CD in there. And that makes me very happy. Yeah, so 99 cents. These were 99 cents. All these were 99 cents each. So, I've heard this name many times in the vinyl community. I don't know that I've purchased one of his records yet. But Todd Rundgren, Faithful, and this is from 1976. Very minimalist cover there. Kind of like that. Has a nice texture to it too. This is actually my second Rossington Collins band, and you may remember from the previous video. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I didn't see that when I purchased it. This is basically my second album of them, and they're basically members of Lynyrd Skynyrd. So I imagine it's good Southern rock. This one, you know, it's slightly beat up, not too bad, but it's REO Speedwagon, very early REO Speedwagon. In fact, from 1973. Wow. I've heard this name. I don't know that I've ever heard anything by them. But it's Poco, Blue and Gray. I would swear that I've heard that name before. In fact, I'm sure I have. It just looked interesting. The songs appear to follow a Civil War theme. The album is from 1981, so I don't know. It's one of those curiosities that for 99 cents, get up. Alright. Here we go. Graham Parker. Heat Treatment. I am loving this music, let me tell you that. Oh man. Graham Parker, Heat Treatment from 1976. Oh yeah, I love the cover on this one. I remember this one. I may have had it at some point on cassette, but this is a classic album. Classic. Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. And as you may or may not know, I'm huge into dogs. I love dogs so much. So having a dog on the cover is a bonus. And it has Jesse's Girl, so that's a classic from the 80s. Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure this marks my first Diana Ross album. It's a cutout, and you see there's some strong ring wear, and you know it's kind of a little beaten up. But let me tell you, it's Diana Ross. Diana stinkin' Ross. And the song is Baby It's Me, and yes it is her. Yeah. I'm not even sure what songs are on here. I'm not even sure that I would recognize necessarily her song titles, but I'm not gonna say anymore. It's just, this is from 1977. Beautiful. Okay, this one is it's just one of those you have to pick up. Dead or Alive, Sophisticated Boom Boom. I don't think that this has their famous song on it. It has That's the Way I Like It. I don't know if they originally did that song, but if that's the song I'm thinking of, it's, you know, it's kind of a silly song, but they're kind of a silly band. I mean, look at them. But again, 80s, you know, specifically 84. All right. I've mentioned many times before, I'm into spoken word albums and comedy albums, and one of my favorite comedians is Gallagher. Now, it's interesting because Gallagher is very much into sight gags. So, I'm wondering how this is going to carry over to an album. As you can see, I mean, those are sight gags there. So, yeah. But I love Gallagher, so, you know, I'll just have to use my imagination. Alright. This actually marks my second album by The Babies. And I believe it was Sean Benfield. Yes, Sean Benfield that was saying that I would probably like them because I guess I had mentioned in a video that I wasn't sure if I was going to like them or not, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he seemed pretty sure that I would like them. So I picked up another one before even listening to the first one. So this is The Babies Anthology. So I don't know if it's like a greatest hits or it has Head First, Isn't It Time, Midnight Rendezvous, Money, Back on My Feet Again, Give Me Your Love, Turn and Walk Away, Every Time I Think of You, If You've Got the Time, and Sweet 17. You know, it is greatest hits actually because it shows the albums that the songs come from. So it's that's fine. It'll give me, and actually, none of these are the one that. No, actually, I think this is the one that I have. I could be wrong. Broken Heart. I don't know. Anyway, The Babies Anthology. 1981. Okay. Now this is one of those bands that I'm very, very curious about. And I'm pretty sure they're from the 60s. I hate it when albums don't have copyrights. Or they just put the little copyright symbol and not a date. It's like, you can't do that, you have to put the date. But anyway, the new Gary Puckett and the Union Gap album. Yeah. Another one with like kind of like a, I guess that's Civil War. Looks like Civil War to me. I'm pretty sure they're 60s. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but 60s. I was willing to give it a shot. So much so, in fact, that I got two of them. Incredible Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. And this one is, no, I guess that's what it's called, Incredible. Yeah. This one also doesn't have a copyright on it, but it's looking 60s to me, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright. This one is kind of funny because, well, first of all, it's a 12-inch single. I'm not huge into 12-inch singles, but if the song is good or the artist is good, sometimes I'll bite. Like a little fish. Speaking of fish, there's a fish right here. Anyway, it's Rock and Hide. They were total one-hit wonders with their song Dirty Water. And this one I had on, I want to say, cassette single. So it should bring back memories for me. But on a 12-inch single, that's, yeah, even better. And it's sealed. That's great. Alright. Oh. Let me tell you, whenever you can pick up Stevie Wonder for 99 cents, you have to do it. So good. Oh man. Characters. And this is from 1987. I wonder how recently he's put out an album. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm guessing probably the 90s. I Could be entirely wrong. Let's see here. Alright. I picked up a couple Sammy Hagar albums. This is 9 on a 10 scale. From 1976. So that has to be a very early album for him. This is way before he was in Van Halen. Way before. And this one, I mean, red is not my favorite color, but doesn't this just grab you? Sammy Hagar. I think this one is self-titled. It looks like it's self-titled, but it's actually from 1977, so this is actually one album, appears to be one album after the last one. Alright, I gotta pick up the pace here, we're over 21 minutes. Isn't that nice and bold and... Oh man. Alright, I'm not, like... I can't place a finger on what I've heard by them, but I'm sure I've heard something by them. Everybody's heard something by them. Foghat, Tight Shoes. This is from... I don't know when this is from. Let's see if we can find out real quick here. Real quick, like. 1980. 1980. Foghat, Tight Shoes. I am loving this music. Do you like it? Oh man, I'm definitely gonna have to put a link in the notes. Alright, this one, I don't know. A Splinter off of Genesis, Mike and the Mechanics. Mike Rutherford. He's not actually the singer, because, you know, he's a guitarist, but... Guitarist? Yeah, guitarist. Sometimes I doubt myself, you know? I really shouldn't. But this is, Living Years. That was their... That was probably their one big hit. I want to say I have another Mike and the Mechanics album. But I don't remember. Or maybe I saw it and it wasn't in good condition and so I passed on it. I don't know. I'm to that point where I can no longer contain all the albums I've bought in my mind. Yeah, but I always enjoyed them, so... I've lost track on how many albums I have of the Marshall Tucker Band. I really like them. This album kind of makes me think it should be on a Wells Fargo check. Yeah, this is Long Hard Ride from 1976, it looks like. Yeah. Marshall Tucker Band. I'm always glad to pick up another album by Kansas. I had to pass on one because it had a few too many scratches on it. And it was one of their more recent albums that I actually I used to have on cassette. It was like mid to late 80s, and it just, I don't know, it was a little more commercial, I guess. Yeah. Kansas. I love Kansas. Oh. And speaking of love... Oh, well, before I get to that one... I'll save the love one for last. I forgot I picked up 2 Marshall Tucker Band albums today. And this one has the gatefold there. This is A New Life from 1974. I guess it that forms the whole picture there. Interesting. Yeah, there's that. Alright, just a few more here. Now, these next two are curiosity items. Primarily because of the covers. I believe this is Ross? Yeah, Ross. And it appears to be self-titled. But look at that artwork. And for 99 cents, you know, I love discovering new music for 99 cents, so I will not hesitate. Mind you, I did put some albums back. I had a stack of maybes, and I was like, you know, I have quite a few already. I better put all these maybes back, even though there were some that I kind of wished I got. Yeah, but Ross, I know absolutely nothing about them. It's just interesting artwork. Here's another one I have no idea about. I'm not sure if the band is Double Image, or if the band is Dawn, D-A-W-N. You know, it's hard to say, but I'm really enjoying this music in the background. I want to say the band is Double Image, but it's interesting because it has the instruments they play: vibra harp, marimba, bass, drums, and percussion. So that should be interesting. But look at that! I like the cover there. It's interesting. All right, this is the last one. This one, I have no idea what happened to it. No idea. But I did used to have this on vinyl when I was a teenager. And I loved it. I loved it. Genesis. Sometimes my lack of knowledge embarrasses me. I'm guessing it's self-titled. I apologize. I claim to be a big Genesis fan, and look at me. Yes, and it's in decent shape, actually. It's in decent shape. But it has Mama, Illegal Alien, That's All, Home by the Sea, Second Home by the Sea, Silver Rainbow. What a good album. This has to be one of their better albums with Phil Collins as the lead singer. Wow. Alright, well, that's it. Had a good stack here. And, yeah. There we go, more to the collection. And once again, we are listening to Batsumi. That's B-A-T-S-U-M-I, all one word. So you can search for them on Bandcamp, and I'll try and post a link also, because it is really good, and it appears to be available on vinyl. Yeah, for $21. So, oh, that's nice. Alright, well, just shy of 30 minutes. Thank you so much for watching.